What's up, and welcome to the Attack on Titan After Show. We're talking episode 19, The Basement. Oh my gosh, it has taken us long enough. Was what we found worth it? We'll discuss. Stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, and welcome to Attack on Titan After Show. Whoop whoop. We're talking episode 19 or 56. Depending on how you're counting, called The Basement. Oh my gosh, taking us long enough.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So we're going to talk about this episode. We're going to talk about a very fun Japan crate and exciting news about a particular show that you might like as well, in addition to this one. My name is Kari Lane. I'm joined by my amazing panel.
What's up, guys? Jaimi Gray.
Hey guys. Oh, sorry. Did I?
I was like, moment.
I should have.
Jaimi Gray. Let that marinate. Just let it marinate. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Sorry, guys. I'm just excited to be back. I am Ollie Drennan.
Yeah.
Sorry, you don't have to hold for my applause.
It's all good. No, and so, okay, Basement. It's taken us literally 56 episodes to get to The Basement. We've constantly heard about it. How do you feel about this episode?
Well, I'm like, finally that we are in the basement. You know, I've been watching Attack on Titan, and then I finally had to catch up when we did finally do the after show, so I'm really excited about it. But I was expecting a little bit more. Like, after all of these seasons, after all of these years that the show has been out, we finally get there, and I'm like, it was a little bit lackluster for me, just certain parts. But I know later on the episode, we do see like a little glimpse of what we can expect in the future episodes. So there's that. But also, Armin, when he woke up, Veronica was right, because I know her prediction, she was like, you know, I think he's going to be a little bit upset and feeling some type of way because his life was chosen over Erwin's. But yeah, congrats to Veronica, because you were right. But yeah, I think, you know, it was a good episode, but I just wanted just a little bit more since it is titled The Basement.
Yes, Ollie.
I know, right? For an episode to be called The Basement, we didn't get a whole lot of basement. The basement was probably like the last 2 minutes.
Like when they're walking, you're like, speed it up.
I'm kind of in the same boat as Jaimi, but at the same time, I'm also very happy that we can kind of move forward. I know we got to wait another week, or kind of, yeah. But it's nice that it's attempting to progress, even though the season is kind of coming to an end. But I just want to know more about this world and the lore behind it, because it's 3 seasons in, and I don't read the manga, so I'm not that educated in this world, but I want to know more, and, you know, just...
I feel ya.
And those of you who've read the manga, please no spoilers, because we're talking about the show. But it is fun to read in that, and like, you don't want to get ahead because you don't want to spoil it, but it's so fun because they're pretty much like the exact same thing. Like style and everything, which is so great, but it's like one of those, if you do want to know what's going to happen, that's a way to do it. Welcome everybody in the live chat. We have a live chat going, and if you're watching it later, awesome. Leave comments down below what your thoughts were on this episode. We'd love to continue the discussion, because this show is just so like, So as you were saying, Jaimi, we have Armin. He kind of wakes up like that dream where he kind of sees the colossal titan and has this moment of like, what's going on? And he wakes up. Sasha's okay, but not doing so great. But I think she'll be fine. She's a tough cookie.
Right.
And
just give her a potato, she'll be fine.
Yeah, right? Yes. And Armin, though, he does not remember much. And they're like, is that all you remember? I'm like, oh.
Well, it's similar also to Eren. When he first woke up from his Titan form, he was like, wait, what? And they were shooting, guns towards his face a lot. But I was wondering, like, so that was the colossal Titan, but then it was also like half of like his...
It looked like bone and muscle, but since it's a dream and technically, and he ate him, so I'm like, maybe there is some sort of like, connection, absorb it.
Yeah. Poor Armin, man.
Right? Only 9 people are alive of the group.
That's crazy.
No, our poor little group.
I would have been like, you know what, I'm done.
Yeah. And we get the Jaimi and the standard anime, like, please explain something, and then we cut to after it's already happened, so we don't need to waste the time on the exposition. Hanji being like, yeah, I actually would have picked Erwin. Sorry, Armin. My bad, no offense.
At least she's honest.
Yeah,
come on.
Keep it real.
And we all kind of picked Armin. We're like, no, we pick Armin.
Yeah.
But they do a great point, because it's not, it makes sense. Armin goes, okay, so I'm going to be Erwin's replacement. It's like, yes, but no, you're not going to, and Levi's all, no. You're not going to replace him.
Never.
What'd you guys think of that moment, too, where he gets it laid on thick, but it's like, no, you're not replacing him. You're something else.
I mean, here's the thing though. They are scouts. They've been trained for this. So not to be rude, but I'm like, oh, okay, suck it up. You know, like, you guys did defeat most of the colossal titan, and I know we saw the armor titan where Reiner's still alive, so there's that, but it's like you did help out the victory. At least your death, which was really painful, was not in vain. You know what I mean? And at least you don't really remember that either.
True.
That was really intense, know? So there's that. And then Erwin, it's like he paid his dues, he did what he could, but you have more of a life to live than he does, if you want to put age in it, so.
Yeah, just knowing all the progress he made in the last couple episodes, a couple weeks back, I was disappointed to see how distraught he was. It's kind of like, as Jaimi said, I just suck it up, move forward. I kind of want to see, I know that's his character, but I was really excited to see his new disposition of his confidence, but it was he kind of like backtracked, I think.
True. I'm hoping he'll step into the shoes he's been given, essentially, because he's smart enough. He just needs that boost of confidence.
Yeah.
Grow up.
In this world, you need to be harsh. Be like, no, there is no time for like,
you're a scout.
Maybe.
Like, come on.
So we have Eren, Mikasa, Hanji, and Levi. They go scout. We get those memory flashbacks as they're walking, and I agree. I'm like, can we walk a little faster? Let's get to this basement.
Right.
Yeah.
And we get to the stairs. What do you all think when the key didn't work in the lock?
Oh my gosh. Well, at first I was like, well, what the heck? Because like you've had this on your neck the whole time. Like, Eren, like you are the missing piece here. But I love how Levi's like, F this, boom, and he kicks the door down. Which, I love Levi. I love Mikasa. They get me,
Right.
But also just when they were walking up the steps, I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, but was this not maybe I think the first time that we've seen, near his house since the first episode?
They haven't gone back to it yet.
Yeah, since the very first episode where his mom was
it's
killed.
Okay for them to be slow. There was even her shoe on the ground, and it's like all those memories for both Mikasa and Eren. So I'm like, all right, I'll give you that of like this is a lot, but I do like even Levi's like, okay guys, come on, and yes, kick down the door. Let's solve the problem. Though, what if it had been booby trapped? That is a concern of why not to have kicked it down, but I'm glad Levi's like, well, let me just break it so we can open it. And then we get inside, because then that goes, wait, maybe that's a key for something else. And Mikasa, again, goes, oops, I found a thing. Look, guys. And her memory makes them find it. And we find 3 books, but we don't really get to see what's inside.
It's like, oh, great, we got to read. Gosh, damn it.
What if it's in another language?
Oh, my gosh, don't get me started.
Right? But we have that cut from where they are to ahead of time. And again, another anime trope, but I love it because it's like, here's this moment. We're going to flash forward where we go, whoa, wait, huh? And then we go back to the other moment. So we learned that there was a photograph, and they don't even know what photographs are.
Right.
Which kind of makes sense, but it's like, what? And yes, humans live in elegance outside of the walls. Were you guys like, what? Or more like, wait, what does that mean?
Yes and no. My senses were tingling because I think we find out, that this is set in now the 1900s, which I was like, I thought we were even further back, I guess. And so, granted, it is anime. I was talking to Ollie about this earlier, but I'm like, okay, from the fighting gear that you guys use, I know we call it something different, but just give me a break, okay? From the gear that they use to, when the Beast Titan was kind of performing baseball, and then a photograph, it's like, it's not always adding up, but it's anime, so I'll kind of let it slide. But I was kind of like, it kind of confused me a little bit. So yeah, there's
not very obvious anchors of what time we are.
Yeah,
and you would almost, I had thought, or how I explain the show to people is the world inside the walls is fantasy without the magic. Like it seems almost medieval time-ish with maybe a little steampunk-ish.
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's not steampunk, but the vibe of the gear and like literally steam of how it works and everything.
It's like a dystopian without any technology.
Exactly.
I haven't yet to see a car. There's no cell phones, no social media.
But they have guns, but then they weren't using them, so like that exists as well, but that could be 1800s. But then the photograph does look very Victorian, so it gives us that early 1900s vibe.
Yeah.
And then when we cut ahead, we have this meeting, and they were discussing Erwin's plans and talking about humans outside the walls, which also has been my question the whole time. I'm like, well, how do you know that they're all gone? It's impossible to know that. You can have its believed, which is what he made that
Right.
point. What do you guys think of that meeting?
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I definitely think that there are still people outside of the walls, which when they were talking about it with the lieutenant outside of Wall Maria, and he was like, yeah, I used to tease Erwin about this, but he was right. What if there are also scouts on the outskirts? If I was a scout, I would have been the one to be like, yeah, you know what, just tell him I didn't
Peace
make
out.
it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna go to another village. And, you know, so I think there's just a whole world, and it almost makes me want another season. Just to give it, you know, unless they really, you know, make this season more intricate in detail, but I feel like I want to know more about the world, other worlds outside the wall.
I feel we're going to get that eventually.
Yeah.
Then that's kind of it on the main part of the episode. And then there's the post-credit scene that was like, what? Because then it is like, if it's very World War II. It's very much the Jews with their armbands in World War II and in the like place in their ghettos, like the Jewish ghetto, and very different kind of wall. And the checkpoint, did that throw you for a loop or like really in?
Yeah, and I think like the blimp in the air,
right?
I was like, wait a minute, but it did seem a lot more peaceful. I mean, maybe there was just more order and structure before this whole Titan
Different kind
thing.
of war.
Yeah, different kind of war they were going through. So I was very interested, and I liked that part. I was like, I'm glad I stayed tuned, to the end, because sometimes you're just like, oh, it's the credits, bye, but. Yeah.
And shout out, we did have someone in the live chat mention last week of like, hey, there's post-credit scenes. So thank you for live chat joining in and telling us stuff like that. That does help of like, oh yes, reminder. Because sometimes the episode you're like, wait, is there more? Because there's not normally one.
Yeah.
So we have our Grisha and Faye. And Grisha's Aaron's dad, which reminder, because it's more, we've known him more as the last name, Yeager. And so it's him as a child. And they run outside the walls, and that's where it leaves it. And you're like, hold on, I need more information.
Yeah, the truth to a cold world.
Right? Okay, so we're going to hold on to our predictions.
Okay.
And actually, Aaron's dad, I would say, leads us into our special segment, which is our death of the week. And nobody really died this episode.
Damn
it. But Aaron's dad died a while ago.
Exactly.
I only laugh because it's one of those, like, it's just dark humor in this world. You kind of have to. But then we get to see him as a child, so it's crazy to know more. And we did know he was outside the walls. So why would you choose to go in? What?
Well, you know what? Just with... Oh, wait, are we doing predictions?
Well, that's kind of a question / prediction. I guess. I'm like,
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, what we can just see just from his character and how he was as a kid to how he was as an adult, he was definitely a curious child.
Yes.
So I think, that curiosity, stayed with him through his adulthood, which is why he knew so much and also why he hid so much as an adult. So I'm excited to see the next episode.
Yeah.
for sure. Which leads us... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ollie.
No, it's just, I think that I'd like to think his dad was a good person, and maybe being outside the walls, you want questions as to why these people are in the wall in the first place, and so he had to find out for himself because maybe he was being told lies.
True.
So he wanted to find out for himself.
That's a good one.
Which, thinking of that will lead us into predictions.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
So, what do we think this world means? He's running out of the walls with his sister. I feel this spells disaster because their mom's like, never go outside.
Yeah.
And what else do we think we could learn from the books?
Okay, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. Okay, my predictions are sometimes far fetched.
Those are the best
to my
kind.
life. Okay, so remember we see the photograph, and then of course we see Grisha, in his time. Okay, so maybe when Grisha and Faye leave the walls, they are hit with reality, but also maybe they see a better world of more elegance, and maybe they meet another family or somebody else who has better things, but then they're taken away and they see like the reality of how harsh their world is, and that's what leads him. He finds out something beyond those walls, and I think he finds the good, the bad, and the ugly, and we're gonna be able to witness all of that, and that's where we kind of get the photo from. So I'm just throwing it out there.
Sure, Ollie, any thoughts?
I don't. It's like a shot in the dark. I kind of feel like the people who are living in elegance are kind of like the upper class people, and I feel like the people inside the walls are maybe the lower class, and maybe there's a war between classes, and so I don't know. I feel like we've been thinking it's humans versus titans, but maybe this is something. This whole time it's been humans versus humans, and the other humans are controlling the titans that are attacking the lower class. I don't know. Shot in the dark.
Hey, no, shot in the dark is sometimes more
but
fun.
It's exciting to think of like what it all means. I guess.
Yeah. I'm going to abstain because I've read a couple volumes past this point. But it's been a while, so I'm like, it's more foggy.
How close are we?
You're in the ballpark. You're
Okay.
not
Both of
so, like, out there. But there's more, like, I don't want to guide it because I'm like, no, because it's kind of fun to see where
We appreciate
your thoughts
you. That's because that's got to be
See,
hard.
No spoilers, people. No spoilers. It's fun, though, to be like, well,
Yeah.
So then now this leads us into our news segment.
Yay.
Nice.
Jaimi, what's the big exciting news about a certain particular show?
Oh, you guys. Okay, so My Hero Academia Season 4 is going to be premiering in October. However, Anime Expo fans, you are in luck because they are premiering the first episode, right? This Anime Expo this summer, okay? I'm so excited. That's why I'm stuttering, and I'm so excited. Now, if you guys are watching us now, we actually reviewed the show. We reviewed...
Absolutely. We did the whole show. Go check
show.
it out as well to when you want to refresh for the next season.
Yes.
I love that show so much. I'm super excited that anybody attending Anime Expo, you have a chance to see the next season months in advance. October, you get to see it in July, which is like, yes. Forewarning though, I highly recommend lining up early. I saw somebody on the AX chat like, how early should I line up? I'm like, oh dude, like early. Because they premiered the movie last year. And last year, I mean, they changed it up how they do it. They did wristbands so you could see the movie. So it wasn't like you just line up. You lined up, you got your wristband, and then you came back and lined up again.
Yeah.
And somebody said people lined up at 5 a.m.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
What? Okay, that's a little too much.
No.
for
my
me.
friend.
Wait, do we know what day is it? Do we know?
Anime Expo, check on their Twitter because they have the
Okay.
more up-to-date announcements on that. They just more announce like it's coming.
Okay,
So check
so
that
not
out.
a specific date.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay.
July 3rd through the 6th.
It's the
right?
third is the preview night.
pre-show, yeah.
So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. So
Okay.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Go check it out because we'll be there.
Yeah, get your
Yes.
tickets ASAP
Yes.
because the ticket prices
Yes.
raise up very soon. So, yeah, get it while it's cheaper.
All right, the other exciting thing that we want to talk about, our favorite thing ever
Yes.
is Japan Crate, and it's Fruits Basket themed. It is so pretty. Now, I'm going to show you guys because I peeked inside earlier. Look at the box.
Oh, it's so cute.
Right, for those listening, they have the characters on the inside. It's absolutely gorgeous. So this is the June Fruits Basket crate with Japan Crate. They have their booklet, which they always have. This is the premium box. And inside the booklet for June with Fruits Basket, they have things on the characters, which is so great. And, where is it? It's the special thing in this crate, you get pins.
That's
They're
cute.
super cute pins. So they're paired up with Funimation. You get Fruits Basket pins. We have Yuki, Kyo, and Toru, and they're freaking adorable. And then one of the big items, we always love trying the drinks. So this is there's a drink. Okay, afternoon milk tea. Cheese tea, yes, cheese, is trending in Japan. Afternoon tea
Knock yourself out.
made their own cheese milk tea tasting. And then, so this limited edition design features a classic Japanese school setting similar to the ones you would see the Fruits Basket heroes in. I'm like, oh, that's so fun. And then we mentioned the pins, and then this one sounds pretty fun too. This one, there we go. This is a brown chocolate Ginza rusk. It will curb your chocolate cravings. We always love chocolate and all the different candies. Crispy, sweet pieces of dried toast baked with rich chocolate and coated with cocoa powder. And then the other amazing thing for you, yes, you viewers, if you use the code AfterBuzz, you get $3 off your premium crate. So yay! And
Get that cheese
I'm
tea.
doing it.
right? Yes.
I really want to.
And we'll take pictures and
Grab
post
it.
those so you can see all the other items that are in it as well.
Yeah.
All right. So that wraps up our episode. Also, happy Father's Day for all the fathers out there.
Yes.
And then poor Aaron of his dad is not around.
Happy
But
Father's Day, Grisha.
yay!
Yeah.
Yeah, right? But otherwise, happy Father's Day in all seriousness to everybody, celebrating or not. And where can they find you all online?
Hi guys, you can find me on all social media platforms, Ollie Drennan at Ollie Dreamer.
And I'm Jaimi. You can find me on Twitter at It's Jaimi Gray or on Instagram at Jaimi Gray.
And my name is Kari Lane. You can find me online at Kari D Lane. And also follow us on ABTV Anime. So we post the press releases for other things coming out at Anime Expo and other movies. There's a lot of announcements that have been coming out. Super excited. Also, we are going to be starting When They Cry, which is our next anime show. So if you're interested in that, check it out. That show is crazy. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Sayonara.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.